Hi, it's Joey, and today I'm going to be watching Ted Lasso Season 2, Episode 3, Do the Rightest Thing, which does sound like a very Ted thing to say. In fact, he may have already said it. Thank you so much, Kevin, for sponsoring this show. I am so excited to jump back in. This show always just leaves you feeling, like, warm inside, even when it's sad, in a weird way. So yes, let's go.
Hey, how you doing? You new around here?
Who is this?
That girl is an errant cobblestone away from her first period.
Well, bippity-boppity-boo, yeah.
Men should be comfortable with such discussions.
Did he talk like that? The whole time. And so eager to please. It was.
Yeah, I believe that Jamie's on a path to becoming a better man, and I'm just here to help him along that journey.
I
Think
hope
of me as his
so.
own personal Mr. Miyagi.
If anything, it would be awkward for Jamie because everyone else fits in so well. He's...
You're a mood, you're a moment, you're a mantra.
Those sound like compliments. Thank you.
Is
this an ad for?
This is the only way they know he's a footballer.
It's hard because that joke was in line with the sort of jokes they were making. But Jamie does need to work his way back onto the team and to prove he wants it.
Oh, like grinder.
Yeah. Well, promise me you'll just check it out.
Are we going to have a football coming out? Because that is a genuine problem in football.
Sorry, coach.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I say something, please?
Yeah, no, sure, James, come on. Yeah.
Is it going to be heartfelt or dickish?
I want each and every one of you to know that I'm truly sorry and I'm ready to do whatever it takes to make it up to you.
I hope this is true.
Called me a jaundiced worm.
Right, yeah, I'm sorry about that, Colin.
In a profile for my hometown paper.
You hit on my mum. In front of my dad. No, I do remember that.
Thing is, this is actually good from Jamie, you know, if he's going to... Sit down, mister, I don't know you. Thing is, this is a lot, and like, they're responding very negatively, but I'm actually proud of Jamie for standing up in front of them all and saying he's sorry. I think he means it. I think he is on a journey of becoming a better man. Obviously, when you're on a journey, you can still take a wrong thing, but I'm proud of him.
Remember the last time I brought you here, we played that contest of who could fit the most little sandwiches in their mouth.
Yeah.
She was 7.
Then you're coming back, right?
Yes, why?
Oh, just making sure you're not going to disappear for another 6 years.
This girl.
I'm joking.
There are cakes there. Why are you eating a sandwich? I feel like she needs to run a group therapy session.
Come here real quick. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, keep them hips loose. That's it, take your time. Boy, I wish I could move like that.
Nothing more likeable than watching somebody humbly overcome adversity with their effortless God-given talent.
Wow. Hey, just do me a favor. Don't
I
try
mean,
to
he's
do much right
doing
there,
his little bit.
Know what you mean, coach?
Hey, you think you heard me?
I do.
You don't listen to me?
I do not.
No.
They are going to kill him.
I mean, he did bully Nate quite aggressively.
Not very nice. Some things changed around here. Don't bring that weak rubbish my way.
I like though that it's not. I mean, Jamie needs to earn his way back. Ted has taken a risk bringing him back. Jamie, stay trying to do the right thing. That doesn't make sense, but...
Don't really play with dolls much anymore.
No, of course not.
Why don't you ask her what she wants to do?
Thank you, Uncle.
Oh! Oh. He didn't know. I feel like more people should research these companies before they do these great things, but all companies that sponsor people are like that.
Uncle Roy, can we have ice cream for dinner?
No, that's dumb.
You're right. Thank you for helping me set boundaries.
Truth is, they just want to feel like they're part of our lives. Little idiots. Oi, Phoebe, do you want to come to my podiatrist appointment later?
Yes, please.
When you guys gonna finally win a match?
Jesus Louise.
It's all about encouraging people to connect using their words and personalities.
Yeah, so you don't know if the person you're communicating with is remotely fit or not. Horrifying, isn't it?
I think that's awesome.
I do too, although there will be a lot of people breaking up on their first date or whatever.
I am very picky when it comes to women.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
The old team PS5s. They'll fucking love.
Jamie, do the work.
You know, some folks might know what we gotta do.
Get Dr. Sharon.
But no,
Yes, for Jamie.
I think it's time for the.
Led Tasso. Who's Led Tasso? The last resort.
Oh god, dead.
It doesn't really answer my question though, does it? Who's Led Tasso?
You can kind of put it together, right?
Subcontract.
Sam, this is my goddaughter Nora. Nora, this is Sam.
Obisanya. Hi, Sam Obisanya.
Keely, I'm really sorry. I know how hard you worked for this.
It's okay.
Of course, you don't have to do it, Sam. We'll take care of it.
Thank you.
We should look for a different
And,
sponsor.
lovely to meet you, Nora.
Ted, what are you doing? There's a therapist here.
The Ted you know is gone for now.
Oh god.
You understand me? Do you understand me?
Ted, this is weird.
Good. Now start
Weird, weird, weird.
touch your toes. And touch each other's toes.
What?
Touch each other. Russ.
What is this supposed to achieve?
Okay, you're sorry. Hey, I know y'all don't think it's a big
Like,
deal messing up on these drills.
is this meant to turn them all so that they all will gang up against him? I don't understand what this potentially would do is ruffle team feathers and make them hate you. Ted, this is weird. And if anything, it's going to make them all insecure and think that everything you've taught them wasn't true.
What do you say?
I don't like this.
Congratulations, Isaac. Go. Get them knees up. Get them
So-
by your nipples.
Seriously, trying to make it so that Jamie's just one of them and not...
You'd be able to make that go away without much fuss.
For a
Excellent.
fee?
Thanks so much, Richard.
Get rid of them.
I'm sorry?
Fuck.
Get rid of Obisanya.
Rich, pompous old dicks.
Stop yelling at everyone. I don't know, whatever this Jekyll and Hyde thing you've got going on, but just leave it out, yeah?
Oh, okay. Go, run. Jamie just blew y'all's chance to get better. That's how running looks. Let's run. Let's go. Everybody in the showers. Guess what?
Seriously,
No people this weekend.
it doesn't work all the way.
11 versus 0. How long was I have?
Doesn't matter, you're back now.
Okay.
God.
Well, that was interesting. Do the right thing, even if you lose.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Rebecca has come a long way.
Super frustrated because I don't know how to let the team know I'm cool now.
It's not how it works.
Some silly grudge. I mean, it's not my fault I'm special.
Is she walking him to the therapist?
Jamie,
Yes,
this is the
Keely. Can we see one of these sessions? I need to see her work her magic.
So what? Do I just sit here and blabber on and on about myself?
Basically.
Nice.
Hey,
For a second, that genuinely triggered me, and I was like, "Where's Sky Sports? Where is it? It's not on, is it?" I'm fine.
Roy Kent. Welcome, Roy.
Roy.
Well said. The controversial Jamie Tarr.
Roy.
The X-Man.
Jamie Tartt is a muppet, and I hope he dies of the incurable condition of being a little bitch.
Roy. Oh, sweetheart. How have they felt knowing it was across his shirt every day? Is he gonna cover it up? I so support this. 1001%. He'd need to make a statement after the match as well, saying why he did it, but at the same time this could get him into so much trouble and them into so much trouble. But he's taking a stand for what is right.
Wear their name on my chest. Never again.
Jamie gonna do it too?
Give me the tape, bro.
I love this solidarity. And I'm so glad it's not just Sam. Like, it still could have terrible consequences, but who gives a shit in the long run? This show wouldn't exist if there was no Richmond, so they'll get some funding.
Want me to tape?
is taking a stand for something that matters to Sam. He's trying. This is evidence that he's trying.
We're a team, aren't we? Gotta wear the same kit.
He's making the effort. This is what you need to do, Jamie. Just little gestures and keep going. Keep going, okay?
From the dog track, it's Arlo White here with supporters are a notoriously fickle bunch.
Things passing to Jamie, we can always drop into midfield, so the people not passing to Jamie can be closer to him.
There's the statement. It's happened. I'm so proud of them. This is huge. Oh.
It appears to be some sort of protest against.
This might become an issue.
It might, but I'm so proud of them. So proud. We need a new sponsor. Oh, I'm so proud. Is Sam gonna make the statement?
Bad things happen to people like me. Y'all have a tendency to write about it without it being asked.
Yeah.
Sam had to go and get y'all's attention. Come on, Sam.
I'm so proud of them. I love this show and the messages it puts out. So I'm just seeing the team all doing it for Sam.
I'm here to ask the Nigerian government to put an end to decades of environmental destruction caused by Cerithium oil.
So brave as well.
Are you openly accusing the Nigerian government of corruption?
Yes, I am.
That takes so much courage. Most especially with family still there as well. I don't know too much about what the political landscape of Nigeria is.
How you feeling?
We're not taught that.
Doing the right thing's never the wrong thing.
Do the rightest thing.
What's going on?
We are celebrating.
But we lost. Yeah, but we broke the tie streak.
No, but seriously. To Sam.
Sam.
Thank you, guys.
Well done, bro.
Appreciate it.
Took a lot of courage.
I love this team.
Three chaps, Sam.
Oh, hello.
Could I get a picture, please?
I absolutely love this.
Love it and hate it.
Oi! Hide your beers! Thank you.
They must have so much fun filming this show. The vibe of this show is so uplifting every time. I'm so happy. I love this show so much. I'm so proud of Sam for taking a stand, not only personally, not only just saying like, I don't want to be in that ad campaign, which would be a financial loss, potentially could have all sorts of, I don't know, if the club weren't as understanding, they could, I don't know, do who knows what. But then making that stand in front of his team, in front of everyone, knowing that the rest of the players could be like, that's a financial risk to us, or you know, what if Dubai Air pulls out of the whole club, which I feel like maybe the club might be pulling out of Dubai Air, but it took a lot of guts, and then to be willing to go out and make the statement as well, because I was saying like him doing the gesture, everything, but he was willing to not only pull out of the financial thing, but to take everything, because I think that's something you really take for granted whenever you watch sport. Their clubs, their stadiums, the shirts of every sport you see, they're plastered in marketing and things. And you know, I don't watch the England cricket team and then Google their sponsors to see if they're ethical or not. And maybe we should. To be honest, I do believe that the clubs and things should be responsible for making sure that they're only sponsored by ethical people. But in general, you just sort of take for granted that it's there. I personally never view it as particularly great marketing, because I don't like, if Dubai Air was real, I wouldn't fly them any more than I'd fly anywhere else just because they were on the front of a club shirt. Advertising I don't always think works, but I'm really proud of them for making that stand, and I am proud of Jamie for joining in, and I don't think he joined in as part of a cynical move. I think probably there was a part of him that was still thinking, oh, maybe they'll finally accept me now, but I truly think if he thought that, you know, Jamie of a season ago might have made some comment being like pro Sam, but he wouldn't have necessarily put himself out there too. So I'm proud of him for coming in and apologising. I'm proud of him for everything. We'll get to Jamie in a minute. But I just, that moment where they all took off their like tracksuits and they all had the Dubai Air taped up was so inspiring. it's really reminiscent of, I know throughout England football, throughout England cricket, as for every match I've seen, England players take the knee in support of Black Lives Matter without question. They do it. We've played international matches where the other side have not. We've played international matches in foreign countries where their fans have booed, but it is something that it's not like problem solved, but you know, it is something that I think is being seen increasingly in sport and in being embraced by sportsmen. And I love the whole team coming together around Sam. I love what Ted said about, well, I've never had to take this kind of stand, but when people look like this, you cover our woes very, very easily. So that was really inspirational. I adore Sam and I just want the best for him. I do think it was, I mean, obviously we had his dad being really supportive and then being like, I'm disappointed that you've taken extra money from them. But I think him having that loving relationship with his dad, Jamie's never had that. And you can really sort of, I don't know, a lot of the time, I mean, having a shitty dad doesn't necessarily mean you have to be a shitty person, but I do think you can see where having a better father would have made Jamie the person we all know he's capable of being. And I'm glad he's back on that road. So I'm so proud of Sam. He would be my favourite player too. Because he's just so sweet, isn't he? Yeah, especially after taking the stand. If he wasn't already, he would have become my favourite player if I was watching this. I love him. Then if we go to Jamie, who's kind of the other ace, now, two strikers who are excellent can work very well together. So many clubs have two excellent strikers. You know, you just have different points in the formation and they feed off each other. If they could develop a really good dynamic, that could be an unstoppable duo. So I hope that's the direction they end up going in. For Jamie, I am pleased that in a way, everything he's been through, realising he had nothing, no options, he really genuinely came to Ted last episode and humbly was like, I need help. And in this episode, I was bracing myself, half expecting Jamie to walk in and be like, oh, nothing's changed, get over it, you know, I'm one of you, like, I'm a star, I'm gonna break your streak, and act like nothing had happened. Now, we saw him trying to do a little bit of that, but what I liked was to begin initially, he just tried to join in all the banter. He just tried to, you know, oh, they're all making jokes, sort of putting Sam down in like a playful way. So his joke wasn't elevating that, it wasn't beyond that. He just continued with kind of them saying, oh, is this an ugly contest? Oh, you know. So his response of, oh, so anyway, the no was a footballer, he was just trying to easily ease himself back in. Now, that didn't work, but I am proud of him for the fact that he stood up and he said he was sorry, and I do believe he meant it. I think he has done some reflection, and I think the biggest thing that frustrated me so much last season was the fact that Jamie was having moments of real growth with Ted right when he got sent away, but I was really pleased with. And then, you know, I think he's at an interesting conundrum where he was willing to do the work, but also being like, but why should I? I'm different now. They should just see that. I think his therapy appointment hopefully helped. I mean, this woman apparently, she cured, you know, football is life, Rojas, in like one session. I do just really think it's important for Jamie to keep doing the work and keep being there for them. You know, you don't show someone you've truly changed and are truly a better person now by just saying, hi, I'm a better person. You show someone that you've changed, that you're truly a better person now by putting in the time and putting in the effort. And I really do think we saw Jamie begin to do that, and I'm so proud of him, so pleased for him, and just so pleased for the whole team that they all kind of were together. And I just think this show is gonna flourish. I saw something, I didn't read it because I was worried about spoilers, but when I'm skimming news things, often I'll see a headline and I'll go past, and it was something like how Ted Lasso works without a villain or something, and it's so true. That's one of the things that with season 1 that was almost a little frustrating, was the fact that Rebecca was being an antagonist, but what worked was that her antagonism levels went to the point where she confessed everything and then stopped being an antagonist. This show is so wonderful to watch because you know there are going to be disagreements and fallings out and people being cross with each other, people making mistakes, because it's a show about people, but it's a show about people who truly want the best for each other and for other people, and we're all going on this journey of growth, and it's all in this football team, and I adore this show. So I'm really hopeful we're going to get to see Jamie continue on this journey. Now, the other sort of element of Ted's distrust of the therapist needs to go away. I don't know that, I mean, I think in general having an outsider coming in, if you've experienced a bad therapist, I can 100% see how that would put you off the whole concept, because, you know, I know it's something when, like, I've discussed with people, I know people who say, well, I could never see a therapist because all they're going to do is say then they can't change the things that are causing me this stress or this anxiety or this depression. Those are facts of my life. And then I try to, yeah, but they can help you find ways to think fun. I mean, it's not going to change anything. It's just talking to somebody, and I wouldn't want to talk to them anyway because I'm shy. And you know, you have to put yourself out there to work with a therapist. But if you go to a therapist, you put yourself out there, you risk it not working, and you make yourself vulnerable, and then that person is not right for you. Ugh. Like, I truly remember I've seen 2 people for therapy. And the first one I got, I think, like 4 sessions through from the NHS or something. And she basically was like, I can't help you. It's other people in your life that are causing these problems. I can't help you. I was complaining about, like, I was going through my parents' divorce and my dad and whatnot. And essentially she was like, oh, he's the problem. I can't do anything. And then I've also seen another therapist who I only stopped going to because I don't leave my house because of COVID. I wish I was still seeing her, who was genuinely helpful, and she was helping me find ways to deal with it. Sometimes just having someone to talk to is wonderful. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, but basically you can have good therapists and bad therapists. Also, I saw, this is way too much information, when I was at school and like my parents were getting divorced, like it was arranged for me to see the like on-site like therapist counsellor that came in like twice a week. And she genuinely started getting into discussion with me about why grammar schools weren't good. And I remember being sat there like, what? Also, the first thing she said to me was, this is not your fault. And I remember sitting and thinking, I've never once considered that my dad having an affair and leaving is my fault. What? So yes, you can have bad therapists basically, but you have to be aware that there are good ones. And when this therapist has had such good work with the team, I do hope we see Ted come to a place where he's able to trust her. And maybe to a place where she stops being quite so mysterious and aloof from Ted. I think we've had a little bit of that, but I'd like to see more. But in general, there is no antagonist. Everyone here is just trying to do the best for themselves and for people around them, and I love that so much. And the other strand of plot really here is currently Roy. Now, I think Roy doesn't work as a pundit. I think they can only have him saying these things and using inappropriate language so many times without him needing to no longer do that. I think Roy is well suited to being a manager. Whether that's at Richmond, which would work for the plot and would keep Roy around, or whether that's somewhere else in some other club. Because I think he loves football, he has that passion, he has the wealth of experience, he has that kind of, the way he is, I think, is a way that people really do respond to. It's not appropriate for television, but it is something that I think he would excel at, and he'd get to keep football in his life. I don't know how many more Saturday football focus I can, if that's not even what it's called, my god, how many more of those I can sit through knowing that like this wouldn't happen in real life, because I do have that issue with comedy or with all shows where when something is set in a realistic world and things happen that wouldn't happen realistically, my brain is like no, no, no. I do hope we see him moving into a different role or flourishing. You know, I think the way you need to get by in that kind of environment is to, you know, when they sort of go, oh, you had a fight with Jamie Tart that one time, then you go, oh yeah, what about that time that you got, you know, there was all those stories of, I mean, at least I wasn't yelling at my own players in the dressing room, or, you know, come up with some kind of bantery situation there. I hate that word, but you know, it works. Also, I liked seeing Rebecca get back in touch with Nora. I like that Nora didn't just let her off the hook for the 6 years no contact, but she also, you know, they really did find their rhythm again. And all kids want is for you to be yourself around them and to let them be themselves. And yeah, I love that. I love that Roy was the one that was able to help her see how to get through to her, and I think they had a lot of girl boss moments together which were wonderful. So I'm very intrigued. Are we going to keep Dubai Air or not going forwards? I hope not. But yes, this was a brilliant episode, inspirational as always. Thank you so much, Kevin, for sponsoring, and thank you for watching.